Minecraft is just too easy now. I used to be proud of having full iron armor. I felt like a god in that armor. But nowadays, I can get full diamond armor, full netherite armor within 24 hours. How did Minecraft turn so easy? When and what made Minecraft so easy? Well, I think it's a mix of both players getting better and Minecraft just becoming easier as updates continue to roll in. And the argument could be made that the game isn't easier, but the players got better. So at one point, people were gonna master Minecraft. It was inevitable. I mean, it's been like 10 years since the game came out. It makes sense why people are so good now. But I also partially think it's Mojang's fault as well. They've added no challenge at all, and if anything, have been making the game easier. And that's mainly what I want to talk about today. Mojang is at fault for not making this game harder and is the reason why Minecraft is so easy. So let me dig into it, but before that, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I would really appreciate it. And let's just jump into the video. So to find out what makes Minecraft so easy, we gotta look back to the past and see what made Minecraft so hard. One of the main reasons why I think Minecraft's become so much easier was Mojang adding the ability to skip the whole danger of nighttime by just sleeping in a bed. I understand why they added it, but this just makes Minecraft so much easier. There's literally no danger if you just go to sleep. Back in the day, you had to actually fight monsters. Now you could just go to sleep and skip the whole night. You don't have to deal with them at all. Another thing that makes Minecraft so much easier now than what it was before is back then, there was no shield, there was no Totem of Undying, there was no netherite armor, there was no enchants. It was actually challenging and you were actually scared of dying and losing your things. It feels like nowadays you're just not scared of dying because of how invincible and OP you are. Another huge thing that made Minecraft so hard back in the day is you couldn't sprint. In the alpha days, there was literally no sprint. You couldn't just run away from monsters. You actually had to fight them. And that was terrifying because nowadays, you could just run past them and completely ignore them. No danger at all. But back then, you had to fight for your life. Plus, back then, the game was actually way darker than it is now. Nowadays, you have full bright, you have gamma 5, you have so many things that make the game so bright, but back then, it was dark and really scary. And it's optional, obviously, to turn off the brightness, but it's just so much more convenient and hard to avoid things like full bright or gamma 5 because they make the game so much brighter and better to look at. There was also no enchantments back in the day, which are huge nowadays. For example, having protection on your armor is a big deal. Having a full set of diamond armor with protection 4 reduces nearly 100% of damage that you would take normally, making it so much easier to survive. There was also things like sharpness, which helped you kill monsters even faster, and even things like efficiency that will help you find diamonds even quicker, or even enchants like fortune 3, which will literally give you more diamonds when you mine them, making you even more OP way faster. If you compare Let's Plays from back in the day to how they are now, you will see how much harder it was for players to even get a full set of diamond armor. When it seems like nowadays, everyone could get their full set of diamond armor within a day, which is insane. A great example of Minecraft becoming easier is Philza's hardcore world. Do you remember when he died to the baby zombie, how big of a deal that was? Well, it seems like nowadays, anyone could have a long-lasting hardcore world. Minecraft has just gotten so easy, and a lot of it is Mojang's fault. Mojang has released so many updates that give so many OP things to the point where Minecraft is pretty much easy mode. And let's talk about Mojang and their updates because these updates are absolutely insane and give so many OP things that in my opinion, some of these things shouldn't even be in the game with how OP they are. So we've already talked about some of these things, like for example, going to sleep and skipping the night cycle and enchantments, but there's a couple things that we haven't talked about, and one of these is shields. Shields have to be the most broken thing in the game. They're so easy to craft, and by just holding right click with the shield on your offhand, monsters are pointless and don't do anything to you. Creepers blow up, no damage taken. Zombies try hit you, no damage taken. Skeletons shoot at you, no damage taken. The fact that holding up your shield gives you pretty much invincibility is way too OP for Minecraft. I feel like adding a feature that allows monsters to disable a shield temporarily would help make the game way harder and not make it feel like you're just in God mode the second you put up your shield, and make the game a little bit more challenging. But even this feature wouldn't be enough to make the game easier, especially when there's things like totems and golden apples in the game. Now some of you guys may be thinking, well, golden apples are kinda hard to get. You need a lot of gold to craft the multiple golden apples. But with the addition of bastions in 1.16, making golden apples has probably never been easier. And don't even get me started with the Totem of Undying. This item has to be the most broken item ever. Are you about to die? Well, that's not really a big deal. If you have a Totem of Undying in your offhand, you just cheat death. Totems are so broken, they really shouldn't be in the game. They're just way too OP. The fear of dying just isn't there anymore, especially if you're already OP enough with your enchanted armor. Totems just make life so much easier. There's also some small things that make Minecraft so much easier, like for example in the desert temple, once you fall for the trap, you never fall for it again, and it's literally just free loot after that. It's small things like that you don't really notice, but they just give the player free loot and it's no challenge at all. And it's the same with shipwrecks, jungle temples, and even blacksmiths. There's just no challenge, and you get things like diamonds so quickly. If Mojang could nerf the loot that they have in these structures and add even bigger and harder structures to go through, with actual strong mobs and maybe even a new boss, that would make the game so much more intense and so much more fun than just going out searching for desert temples just to get some god apples. Which, by the way, god apples shouldn't even be in the game in my opinion. At least in survival, they're just too OP for absolutely no reason, and they just make the game even easier than it already is. They're so unnecessary and so OP. And the last thing that Mojang has added that I'm gonna talk about that makes Minecraft so easy is the addition of Netherrite Armor. Having protection 4 on full diamond armor was already OP enough. I don't know why Mojang decided to make it even stronger with Netherite. It's so unnecessary and just too strong. People wanted a new ore, and that's fine, but make it something else. Why does it have to be so OP? Like, if you're gonna make OP armor, at least add stronger mobs. And by the way, the mobs aren't even that strong. Most mobs I find in hard mode only have like gold armor. Mobs need to be upgraded even stronger. Maybe like throughout nights, mobs get even stronger and stronger. Like day 1 you have your normal mobs, and day like 100 you have some full diamond armor mobs. Something like that, because mobs, they're too weak. But even then, with the elytra, you could just fly away and completely ignore these. Mojang is making Minecraft too easy, and it's just not as fun as it used to be. So to end off this video, let me know what you think. Is Minecraft too easy, or is it perfectly fine the way it is? Thank you so much for watching the whole way through. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And there's a video on the screen where I get really popular on TikTok in a week. It's really interesting and really cool. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.